Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy JP here for the third installment of a three-part series. Thank you all for tuning in on my journey and quest to break 100. As it stands, after two videos, I am 20 over par. I appreciate everyone tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing and liking the video. Without further ado, we're gonna tee it up and jump right into the third video. Coming up to the 13th hole, we have a 466 yard par 5. Teed it up really high, and I'm just trying to get one in the fairway. I ended up a bit right, but I was very pleased with where the ball was. Gave me a good look in for the next shot. Second shot coming up from about 225. I used a 3-wood, just trying to get one as close to the green as possible. Hit this one pretty well, had a little bit of draw on it. Don't know exactly how I did it, but it looked pretty good. So it actually came up just a bit short, leaving me with this chip. Here I'm just trying to get one onto the green, and I'm able to stick one in fairly close. Give myself a good look at birdie and hopefully save par. As you guys have seen, putting is not the strongest part of the game. Here I'm just trying to lag one up as close as possible and give myself a nice little 2-putt, since that was a pretty long putt. And luckily I was able to do that, and I gave myself a tap in just to save par. Yeah, this next hole is just one of those holes that I wish I could forget. Hole number 14 is a 132 yard par 3, and my only goal here is to get one on the dance floor, and I topped it. Though I have a good shot into the green, it's still not an ideal position to be in. I was able to chip onto the green and now hopefully lag something up and try to save the hole. Coming up to the first putt here, all I'm trying to do is stick one close. Let's lag one in there, hopefully give ourselves a shot. And I kind of babied it. I thought it was slightly downhill, so I didn't want to push it too far, and it did not work out. Second putt here, again, just pushed it a tad and did not drop. And then here I thought it was a give me, but I'm kind of hard-headed and I want to get the ball in the hole, and I thought I had it, but not today. It's definitely not ideal, especially trying to shoot under 100, but one thing that I have learned through this process is you got to have short-term memory. Moving on to hole number 15, we have a 372 yard par 4, teed up, ready to rock and roll. I'm just trying to get one into the fairway here and give myself a decent look at the green. I will definitely take that, as it's giving me a great look at the green. Second shot here was from about 125. I used the pitching wedge, trying to get one up and onto the green. I gave it a little bit too much sauce and didn't really elevate it, and it just went straight over the green and ended up on the backside rough. So this green had 2 tiers, and I was trying to play it off the tier edge so that it'll drop back down towards the cup, but this thing just took it for a roller coaster ride, and it just kept rolling and running until it got to the fringe on the other side. After a camera shift, I was on the fringe here, trying to lag a putt as close as possible. As you guys can see from the flag, the wind definitely started picking up here, and it did make it a little bit more difficult, as well as the tiers that I mentioned earlier. This putt was not good at all, and it left me with a lot of meat on the bone. So here I'm just trying to lag one as close as possible and hopefully get out of here with a 2-putt. As you could tell by this putt, there was a lack of commitment here and it did not get to where I wanted, and you can see that I'm visibly frustrated with my effort. Third putt here, again, just failure to commit. I honestly thought that if I would have hit it, I would have had it. And here, just to clean it up and wipe my tears away as I walk to the next hole. After 2 disastrous back-to-back holes, we move on to hole number 16, which is a 359-yard par 4. Nice little rip, felt good, looked good, all good. Pick that tee up with a little bit of swag, young man. Second shot from the middle of the fairway. We're about 120 yards out. I'm just trying to get one up, and that is definitely not up. Shot number 3, I'm just trying to chip one onto the green, and I decelerated there when I should have known better. This leaves me with a little bit of work to do, and as much as I didn't want to do this, I just had to go with the putter. Hopefully trying to get one close. Once I hit it, I got a little excited because it was tracking and it just came up short. And to salvage the hole, just a bit outside. These greens were very tricky. There were times where I thought I had a somewhat decent read. I'm not going to say I'm an expert at reading greens, but I thought the ball would go one way and it went another. And after that, we have ended that hole with a double. Going on to hole number 17, it's a 167-yard par 3. Again, with any par 3, I'm just trying to get that first shot onto the dance floor and give myself a look. I thought I gave it a good ride here, but I pushed it just a bit and ended up on the right side rough. This was not a good chip whatsoever, but it got me on the green and it gave me a look. Now this putt is for par. The wind at this point had died down just a bit, so I was feeling a little bit better about that. And I'm just trying to lag one as close as possible. If not, give it a good ride and try to get it into the hole. That break was definitely unexpected. I did not think the ball was going to do that. Again, I was not reading anything right. And I just had to jam that into the hole. I gave it a nice little firm tap there. So we were able to save a bogey. Coming up to the last hole of this video, hole number 18 is a 505-yard par 5. This was actually my best drive of the day, I felt like. I absolutely piped this and it landed right in the middle of the fairway. Second shot from about 240. I went with a 3-wood. All I'm trying to do is hit one squarely. I do struggle hitting a 3-wood, but again, I'm still learning. Unfortunately here, I topped this one and it rolled out probably about 40 yards or so. Shot number 3 was from around 200 yards away. I went with a 4-iron, just trying to get one up and onto the green. This one actually came up just a bit short. Shot number 4 from the front edge. I went with a putter here, just trying to put one close to the pin. That was not a good roll at all. Not sure what happened there, but it was just not a good roll. Here I'm just trying to give it a run, try to see if I could salvage par. But unfortunately I pushed it just a bit. and not happy, but I'm okay here just because it got me that much closer to the pin. And I'm able to drop this in for bogey. At the conclusion of this round, I just shot a 10 over for the last 6 holes, which means in total I shot a 101.